Hi chefs! So today we are going to be making hot cross rock cakes. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you what equipment you need. Then I'm going to show you what ingredients you need. We're then going to go and wash our hands while our grown-ups can collect all of our equipment and our ingredients together. So we will need equipment. 1, 2 bowls. We will need 1 spoon. We will need 1 whisk. We will need a grease-proof tray. I have got some grease-proof paper on there as well. And we will also need our busy fingers for measuring out. So chefs, you go and wash your fingers and your hands, and I'll come back with you to cook just as soon as you've done it. Welcome back chefs. So we're going to start working with our first bowl of ingredients. So you will need your tablespoon, and we are going to pop 5 tablespoons of flour into our bowls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just leave your flour to one side because at a later date we might need to add a little bit more. You will need your busy fingers and use them to put 4 handfuls of raisins into your bowl. Don't forget to mix, mix, mix. There we are. Next thing, we need the sugar. We are going to be using the sugar and put 3 spoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3 into the bowl. Mix, mix, mix. I've got a few little bits of lumps in there, so I'm going to mix those out. And then lastly, our baking powder, 1 spoon of baking powder. There we are. Mix, mix, mix. And that is our first bowl done. So I'm going to put that to one side, and then we're going to work on our second bowl. Now chefs, we take our second bowl, and in our second bowl we need to crack an egg. So I'm going to take an egg, I'm going to use the back of my tablespoon, and I'm going to make a little crack. Can you see? And then once I've got the crack, I'm going to put it into the bowl. Now if you get any eggshell into the bowl, use a big piece of eggshell to get it out. And that's a good tip if you have any stray eggshells. Take your whisk and whisk, whisk, whisk. Back to your tablespoon. You need 1 tablespoon of milk. And if you get a little bit more in chefs, it actually really doesn't matter. Just remember, this is all about having fun, and it all usually comes together in the end. The next thing I have is my orange extract. 1. And I'm going to whisk, whisk, whisk. Have a lovely smell of that, chefs. It is smelling absolutely delicious. Very good. Okay, so now I'm going to come back to my first bowl, the one that has the raisins and the flour in. Get your fingers in and feel what it's like when you mix, mix, mix with your hands. Tell your grown-ups what it feels like. Is it hard or is it soft? There we are. Now we're going to use our busy fingers. We're going to use our butter and put 1, 2, 3 spoons of butter into our mixture. And then we are going to use our fingers and thumbs and we're going to tickle that mixture until all the butter is mixed in with the flour and the raisins. Feels very gooey and really good fun. Can you see how it's all starting to mix together? Now for my younger chefs out there, you know when your mixture is done, because if you've tickled it hard enough, if you listen, you might be able to hear your ingredients laughing because they're so happy to be together. So, tickle, tickle, tickle. Fabulous. So can you see how that's all mixed together now? All the raisins are coated, the flour's coated, the sugar's all coated. And then we are going to combine, which means put both of the bowls worth of mixtures together. So here is our egg, milk and orange essence mixture, and I'm putting it in with the raisins, the flour and the butter. And here we are, we mix and we mix. Lovely. Can we see how it's all combining together nicely? Very good. Now I think my mixture might need a little bit more flour. So look, I'm just going to add a little bit more flour to it and make sure that that is combined nicely. Very good. So this should start to look like a lumpy dough. I think I might need a little bit more flour. So the thing about cooking with children is that sometimes you get a little bit more of a certain ingredient than you would the other, because it all depends on how they are measuring it out. And also, don't be afraid to just go a little bit off the recipes, just so that you are getting a good idea of what things should look like and should feel like. So look, that is now starting for me to look a little bit more doughy. So I think I might have put another 2 spoonfuls in. 2 spoonfuls of flour. Perfect. I like the look of that. Good. Now chefs, what you need to do is get your pan with your greaseproof paper, and we are going to put a few spoonfuls of this mixture on the pan to make it look like rock cakes. Okay, so here I have my greaseproof paper on my oven-proof pan, and I'm going to take about a spoonful of mixture. I'm going to put it into my hands like this, and I'm going to put it in a ball. Now this mixture is going to spread out, so make sure you leave some space between your balls for them to expand. So I'm using about a tablespoon of mixture. Chefs, have a little feel of this mixture. What do you think? It's very gooey. It's very sticky. And I think it's going to taste very yummy. There we are. And we have room, I think, for just one more on there. So that's made 6 nice rock cakes. And now I think it's time to go and wash our hands. While your hot cross rock cakes are in the oven, we are going to make some red mixture so that we can actually put the cross on. So what I have is some icing sugar. So I think there's probably about 5 or 6 spoons worth in there. Some cold water. Now just remember to add the water a little at a time. For those chefs that come to my classes, you will hear me say time and time again, you can always add it in, but you can't take it out. So a little bit of water at a time. And then I'm going to pop a drop of food colouring in here. Look at that. And then that is going to make our red cross. It's looking a little bit pinky actually, isn't it? On top of our rock cakes. Now little chefs, at this point, if you want to dip your finger in and have a little taste, tell your grown-ups what it tastes like. Perfect, and just pop that to one side and just leave it to stand while your rock cakes are cooking. Hi chefs! So here we are back. These are my lovely, lovely hot cross rock cakes. I cannot tell you how beautiful they smell, so I hope yours do too. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to use this mixture, which has actually come out pink, to put a cross onto the rock cakes. Now you can put whatever colour you want on. Obviously traditionally you can do white, but hey, let's just have a little bit of fun and you just choose whatever you want. So look, just get your spoon and then let it drizzle over the rock cake. That's one. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're getting the gist of Creative Chefs now. It's all about having fun. There we are. Doesn't even necessarily have to be a cross if you don't want it to be. It can be just a little blob on the top. There we are. You might have heard as well in the video that my dishwasher was going on in the background. This is just me in my kitchen trying to connect with all you lovely chefs while we're on lockdown and that I can't see you in person. So I hope you're enjoying it. Here we go, another little cross. Fabulous. There we go. You might have heard the door going. That's my daughter going in and out, talking to one of her friends at the moment. There we go. These are looking fabulous. I'm going to, once I have finished putting a little cross on each of these, I'm going to just leave them to set again for around about 5 minutes. And then my lovely chefs, they are going to be ready to eat. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this recipe. I hope you enjoy eating your hot cross rock cakes, and I hope you have a fabulous Easter. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again with some more recipes at the Creative Chef's Kitchen.
Hope you enjoyed our hot cross rock cakes. Make sure you smash that subscribe button as hard as you can. Make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss one of our cooking videos, and give us a big